What if I told you that the most powerful people in history are kings, generals, billionaires, and presidents? All followed the same hidden rules. Rules that were never taught in school, never written in any textbook, but always used by the people at the top. What if the gap between those who rise and those who stay stuck isn't talent, it isn't luck, it isn't even connections, it's knowledge, specifically knowledge of power. In 1998, a man named Robert Greene wrote a book that terrified politicians, a book that got banned in American prisons, a book that became a secret weapon for CEOs, rappers, athletes, and world leaders. That book is called The 48 Laws of Power. And today, I'm going to break down every single law, clearly, simply, honestly, not to make you ruthless, not to make you a manipulator, but to protect you from those who already know these rules, and to give you the knowledge to rise. Stay until the end, because by the time we're done, you will see the world completely differently. Let's begin. Robert Greene spent years studying the rise and fall of the most powerful figures in history: Julius Caesar, Napoleon, Queen Elizabeth, Steve Jobs. His conclusion: power is not random, it follows patterns. And those who understand the patterns use them. Those who don't become victims of them. This book is controversial. Some call it immoral. Others call it a Bible of strategy. The truth? It's simply a mirror reflecting how the world already works. These 48 laws are drawn from thousands of years of real human history. They are not theories, they are observations. What actually works in the real world when power is at stake. Now, you don't have to agree with every law. You don't have to use all of them. But you absolutely need to know them, because the game of power is happening around you right now, whether you play it or not. So, let's go through all 48 laws, one by one, clearly, quickly, powerfully. Law 1. Never outshine the master. Always make the people above you feel superior. If you are smarter, funnier, or more talented, hide it. Make your boss look good. Never better than they are. Nicolas Fouquet, the finance minister of France, threw a lavish party, trying to impress King Louis XIV. The king was so threatened by Fouquet's wealth and power that he had him arrested and thrown in prison for life, in your own life. Let your boss take the credit sometimes. Build them up. They will protect you. They will promote you. Your time to shine comes later. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use your enemies. Friends can betray you because they feel entitled. But a former enemy brought to your side will work harder to prove themselves. Emperor Michael III of Byzantium trusted his best friend Basilius with everything. Basilius eventually murdered him and took the throne. Friends feel too comfortable, and sometimes that comfort breeds betrayal. Be selective about who you share your plans with. Keep some healthy distance, and never write off your rivals. Sometimes working with them is more powerful. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. Never let people know what you're really after. Use decoys, distractions, misdirection. Keep them guessing. Otto von Bismarck manipulated Austria and France into wars they never saw coming, all because he hid his true intentions behind diplomatic language and false friendship. Don't announce your goals to everyone. Let your results speak. Keep your plans close to your chest. Share only what you need to. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. The more you talk, the more ordinary you seem, and the more you risk saying something foolish. Silence creates power. Silence creates mystery. King Louis XIV, was known for short, cryptic answers. "I shall see," was often his only response. People spent years trying to decode what he meant. That mystery gave him enormous control. In your own conversations, resist the urge to fill silence. Ask questions. Listen. The person who talks less often controls the room. Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Your reputation is your most powerful asset. Build it carefully, protect it fiercely, and use it to intimidate or inspire before you even walk into a room. P.T. Barnum built a reputation as the greatest showman alive, and that reputation alone sold tickets before anyone saw a single act. Be consistent. Keep your word. Deliver results. And if someone attacks your reputation, respond quickly and respond firmly. Law 6. Court attention at all cost. Being noticed is everything. It's better to be talked about, even negatively, than to be ignored. Oscar Wilde once said, "The only thing worse than being talked about is not being talked about." He was controversial, dramatic, always the center of attention, and his fame outlasted every single one of his critics. Stand out. Have a unique point of view. Make bold moves. In a world full of noise, the quietest voice gets drowned out. Law 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Use the knowledge and effort of others to your advantage. Time and energy are precious. Leverage other people's skills. Thomas Edison took credit for inventions made by the team in his lab. Controversial, yes, but it helped him build an empire. Delegate effectively. Build a strong team. Make sure your name is attached to the results. Without being dishonest, make sure people know you LED the effort. Law 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. When you make the first move, you give up control. Let others come to you. It puts you in the position of power. Napoleon would sometimes retreat on purpose, luring his enemies into positions where he could then crush them. He made them come to him, and they walked right into his trap. Don't chase. Don't be too available. Whether in business or relationships, create desire by being slightly out of reach. Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. Arguments almost never change minds. They just create resentment. Let your results do the talking. When Galileo argued that the earth revolves around the sun, the church silenced him. He couldn't win through words. But over time, science proved him right. Stop arguing. Stop trying to convince people with words alone. Show them. Do the work. The proof will speak for itself. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Misery is contagious. People who are chronically unhappy or constantly unlucky will drag you down with their energy. Throughout history, people associated with cursed or defeated rulers often suffered the same fate, simply by proximity. Energy and fortune are transferable. Be selective about who you spend time with. Surround yourself with positive, ambitious, solution-focused people. Energy is contagious. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Make yourself indispensable. If people need you, they can never get rid of you. Cardinal Richelieu made himself so essential to King Louis XIII that the king couldn't function without him. Richelieu held the real power because he was needed. Develop a skill that's rare and in demand. Be the person others come to for answers. The more people depend on you, the more secure your position. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. One genuine act of honesty or generosity can lower someone's defenses completely, making them trust you, even if your larger plans are self-serving. Con artists often start with a small, genuine act of kindness. It builds trust fast, then they move in. Be genuinely generous when it matters. One meaningful, selfless act at the right moment builds more goodwill than 100 small gestures. Law 13. When asking for help, appeal to self-interest, never to mercy or gratitude. People will help you if they can see what's in it for them. Don't beg. Don't rely on past favors. Show them the benefit. When Christopher Columbus pitched his voyage to Queen Isabella, he didn't just talk about exploration. He promised gold, power, a trade empire. He appealed to her ambition, not her charity. Before asking for help, ask yourself, what does this person gain from helping me? Then lead with that. Make it about them. Law 14. Pose as a friend. Work as a spy. Gather information by seeming open and friendly. People reveal their weaknesses, fears, and plans to those they trust. Benjamin Franklin was a masterful intelligence gatherer. As a diplomat in France, he used social events to pick up information that shaped American foreign policy. Ask questions. Listen more than you talk. Pay attention to what people reveal in casual conversation. It's often the most valuable intelligence you'll ever get. Law 15. Crush your enemy. Totally. A half-defeated enemy will recover, regroup, and come back for revenge. If you must fight, win completely. Genghis Khan never left enemies half-beaten. True threats were eliminated entirely. His empire expanded because he never left a threat to fester. In conflict, whether business or personal, don't leave things unresolved. If you must end a partnership or deal with a rival, do it cleanly and completely. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much presence breeds familiarity, and familiarity breeds contempt. Pull back sometimes. Let people miss you. Greta Garbo, the legendary Hollywood actress, retired at the height of her fame. Her absence made her a legend. People spent decades wondering about her, and that mystery made her more iconic than ever. Don't be everywhere. Take strategic breaks. Let people wonder what you're up to. Absence creates desire. Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. When people can predict you, they control you. Be unpredictable. Keep them off balance. Bobby Fischer, the chess genius, was notorious for bizarre behavior. Showing up late, making strange demands, refusing to play. His unpredictability rattled opponents before a single move was made. Occasionally break your own patterns. Say no when people expect yes. Show up differently. Unpredictability makes you interesting and harder to manipulate. Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Hiding away cuts you off from information, allies, and opportunities. Stay connected. Power flows through people and relationships. Louis XIV solved the problem of isolation by creating the court of Versailles, bringing all nobles close to him so he could watch them, control them, and stay plugged into every current of power. Don't become a hermit in your own world. Stay social. Network. Go to the events. Make the calls. Maintain the relationships. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Not everyone reacts the same way. Know your audience before you act, joke, or challenge someone. Countless careers have been destroyed by insulting the wrong person. A client who turned out to be connected. A colleague who had more influence than they appeared. Know the landscape. Before you walk in, before confronting or criticizing anyone, do your homework. Who are they? Who do they know? What triggers them? Knowledge prevents costly mistakes. Law 20. Do not commit to anyone. Stay independent. When you align too strongly with one side, you lose value to everyone else. Keep your options open. Queen Elizabeth I of England was a master of this. She kept European powers competing for her hand in marriage for decades, never committing, but keeping everyone interested and dependent. Don't burn bridges. Don't pledge absolute loyalty to any one group or idea. Stay flexible. Options are power. Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. Let people underestimate you. When they think you're no threat, they let their guard down. That is when you move. Think of Columbo, the fictional detective, acting confused, bumbling, helpless, while quietly gathering everything he needed to catch a killer. The most dangerous person in the room is the one no one takes seriously. Don't always show your hand. Let people feel superior. If it serves your strategy, you don't need to prove yourself in every moment. Law 22. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. When you're weaker, don't fight head-on. Surrender. Buy time. Wait for the tide to turn. Bertolt Brecht was summoned by the House Un-American Activities Committee during the Red Scare. He appeared humble, gave harmless answers, and escaped, while others who fought back were completely destroyed. Sometimes the smartest move is retreat. If you're outmatched, yield for now. Regroup. A tactical retreat is not defeat, it is strategy. Law 23. Concentrate your forces. Don't spread yourself thin. Focus your energy, your resources, and your attention on the most important front. A single powerful mentor in your field is worth more than 10 casual connections. A focused business is more powerful than one trying to do everything. Quality over quantity, always. Identify your most powerful asset, relationship, or skill, and double down on it. Concentrated effort beats scattered effort. Every single time. Law 24. Play the perfect courtier. Master the social game. Be graceful. Be likable. Never insult those above you. Know how to flatter, without seeming fake. The courtiers of Versailles who rose to power weren't just skilled, they were charming. They understood that social grace was just as important as competence, often more so. Invest in your social skills. Be warm, attentive, well-mannered. In the long run, people promote those they enjoy being around. Law 25. Recreate yourself. Don't accept the identity others have assigned to you. Build yourself from scratch. Craft your own image. Napoleon was a short Corsican outsider. He reinvented himself into the Emperor of France. He created a persona that radiated power, brilliance, and destiny. The world accepted the image he projected. Decide who you want to be and start acting like that person today. Change your wardrobe, your language, your associations. Identity is something you choose. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. Never be directly associated with dirty deeds or mistakes. Use scapegoats. Let others take the fall. Cesare Borgia would have associates carry out ruthless actions, then publicly punish them, appearing moral, while maintaining power. His hands stayed clean, even when the work was brutal. Be careful about your associations. Distance yourself from toxic situations before they damage your reputation. Let your public image stay pristine. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe. To create a cult-like following, people desperately want to believe in something bigger than themselves. Give them a vision, a cause, a sense of belonging. From religious leaders to Steve Jobs, the most powerful figures tap into people's need for belief. Jobs didn't just sell computers. He sold the belief that Apple products made you a revolutionary, a creative, a visionary. Build a mission around your work. Give people something to believe in, beyond the product or the task. Community and meaning are more powerful than money. Law 28. Enter action with boldness. Timid action reveals doubt. Bold action creates momentum, respect, and results. Hesitation is the enemy of progress. Julius Caesar crossed the Rubicon, a point of no return, with full commitment, no hesitation. That boldness inspired his soldiers and terrified his enemies. Stop overthinking. Make the move. The person who acts boldly is more trusted and more followed than the one who waits for perfect conditions. Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. Think ahead. Know where you want to finish before you even start. Most people only plan the beginning and get ambushed at the end. Hannibal crossed the Alps and brilliantly won battle after battle against Rome. But he never planned what to do if Rome refused to surrender. Without an endgame, his victories meant nothing. Before you start any project, ask, what does success look like? What could go wrong? What's the exit? Plan backwards from the finish line. Law 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. When you reveal how hard you work, it kills the magic. Let people assume your results come naturally. Make it look easy. Fred Astaire was a perfectionist who rehearsed obsessively, but on screen, he made every dance look spontaneous and effortless. That ease was what made him a legend. Do your hardest work in private. Be the swan, calm on the surface, paddling like crazy underneath. Effortlessness is a form of power. Law 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards. You deal. Create the illusion of choice. Give people two options, both of which lead to the outcome you want. Marketers do this constantly. Would you like to pay monthly or annually? Both options result in a sale. The choice feels real, but the outcome was already decided. Frame your requests as choices. Give people options that all lead to your preferred result. People resist control. They comply with choice. Law 32. Play to people's fantasies. Truth is harsh and boring. Fantasy is exciting. The person who taps into people's dreams, not their reality, wins their loyalty. Christopher Columbus sold a fantasy of wealth and glory to the Spanish crown, and they funded his voyages. He didn't talk about risk. He talked about riches. In your pitches, your conversations, your presentations, speak to what people wish were true. Paint the vision. Make them see the dream. Then deliver the reality. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Everyone has a weakness, an insecurity, a desire, a blind spot. Find it, and you hold enormous influence over them. Cardinal Mazarin was a master at finding what people truly wanted: prestige, money, status, love. Once he knew their deepest desire, he could control their behavior entirely. Listen carefully. Ask questions. People reveal their buttons in casual conversation. Knowing what someone truly wants, or truly fears, gives you tremendous leverage. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king, to be treated like one. How you carry yourself determines how people treat you. Project confidence, dignity, self-worth, and others will mirror it back to you. Elvis Presley walked into every room like he owned it, even before he was famous. That energy attracted people who believed in him before he had proven anything. Stand tall. Speak clearly. Don't apologize for your presence. The way you treat yourself teaches others how to treat you. Law 35. Master the art of timing. The right move at the wrong time is a failure. Know when to act and when to wait. Timing is everything. Franklin D. Roosevelt waited until public opinion had shifted before proposing major New Deal policies. He didn't push before the people were ready. His timing made legislation possible that would have been rejected months earlier. Before acting, read the room. Is the moment right? Sometimes Patience is the most powerful strategy of all. Law 36. Disdain. Things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. When you can't have something, act as if you never wanted it. Showing desire for what's out of reach makes you look weak. When the fox couldn't reach the grapes, he declared them sour. Aesop captured it perfectly. Indifference to what you can't have preserves your dignity and your power. Don't publicly chase what doesn't want you, whether it's a job, a person, or a deal. Move on with class. Indifference is more powerful than desperation. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. Emotion trumps logic. Grand gestures, dramatic events, and powerful symbols make a deeper impression than any argument. Julius Caesar's funeral was orchestrated by Mark Antony as pure spectacle. He turned Caesar's death into a dramatic political event that incited the crowd against Caesar's assassins. A speech alone wouldn't have done it. The spectacle made it unforgettable. When you need to make an impression, go big. Make your presentations, launches, and celebrations memorable. People remember how you made them feel. Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. Flaunting your differences alienates people. Blend in publicly while pursuing your own path privately. Galileo held his revolutionary beliefs in private for years, publishing cautiously while appearing to conform. He survived. Others who didn't hold back were burned at the stake. Literally, you don't need to share every opinion publicly. Save your radical ideas for the right audience. Blend in when you must. Stand out when it matters. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. Anger your enemies. Provoke them into irrational action. When emotions take over, mistakes follow. Napoleon was brilliant at unnerving enemies before battle, using feints, psychological pressure, and surprise to push opponents into panicked, emotional decisions. If someone is trying to get a rise out of you, don't give it to them. Emotional control is power, and when you need to, use provocation strategically. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. Nothing in life is truly free. What is offered without cost usually comes with hidden strings. Pay your way. It protects your independence. A Florentine merchant who accepted gifts from a powerful prince soon found himself obligated to that prince in ways that cost him far more than the gifts were worth. Free gifts create invisible debts. Be wary of free offers in business and in life. Pay fair value. Independence is worth more than a discount. Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Following a legend is a trap. You'll always be measured against them, and you will always fall short. Build your own legacy. Alexander the Great's successors spent their lives trying to outdo him. Most failed. The shadow of a great predecessor can crush a successor before they even begin. If you follow a successful leader or founder, differentiate yourself quickly. Don't replicate their style. Bring something new. Law 42. Strike the shepherd, and the sheep will scatter. In any group, there's one person who holds things together. Neutralize that person, and the group collapses. The Romans understood that defeating an enemy general, more than winning any single battle, would demoralize and scatter the entire enemy army. Leaders are the GLU. When facing organized opposition, identify the key influencer driving it. Address that person directly. Remove or convert the leader, and the movement often dissolves. Law 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Force creates resistance. Seduce hearts and win minds. Make people want to follow you, rather than forcing them. Abraham Lincoln was a master of this. He didn't just impose his will. He spoke to people's values, their hopes, their identity as Americans. He won hearts first, then led. Lead with empathy. Find shared values. Make people feel understood and respected, and they will follow you willingly. Law 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Reflect your enemy's behavior back at them. It confuses them. It exposes them, and it drives them to irrational anger. Ivan the Terrible would mimic his opponent's arguments back at them, exposing the flaws in their own logic. This psychological trick left enemies speechless and outmaneuvered. When someone accuses you unjustly, calmly reflect their argument back to them. Ask clarifying questions. Let their own logic unravel them. Law 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. People crave change in theory, but resist it in practice. Move too fast, and you trigger fear and backlash. Mao Zedong's Cultural Revolution moved so fast and so drastically that it caused chaos, suffering, and ultimately weakened the very system it aimed to strengthen. Radical change too fast destroys more than it builds. If you're in a leadership role, bring people along with you. Explain the why. Change one thing at a time. Speed kills progress. Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Perfect people are annoying and threatening. Show occasional harmless flaws. It makes you human and disarms envy. Julius Caesar would sometimes pretend to stumble or show weakness in small ways. It made soldiers feel closer to him, more willing to die for him. Perfection creates distance. Vulnerability creates loyalty. Laugh at yourself. Admit small mistakes. Let people see you as human. You will be more trusted and far less resented. Law 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, learn when to stop. Success can be intoxicating. Many people and nations destroy themselves by pushing past the point of victory into overreach. Napoleon's invasion of Russia is the defining example. He was the most powerful man in Europe, but he pushed too far, and it destroyed him. One step too many. Ended everything. When you win, stop, celebrate, lock in the gains. Don't let ambition push you past the finish line into catastrophe. Law 48. Assume formlessness. Be adaptable. Don't lock yourself into one form, one strategy, one identity. The most powerful people can change and evolve with circumstances. Water is the ultimate example. It takes the shape of any container, and it carves through stone, not by force, but by constant flexible persistence. Bruce Lee famously said, "Be water, my friend. Stay adaptable. When a strategy isn't working, change it. When the world shifts, shift with it. Rigidity is fragility. Flexibility is survival." All right, we just went through 48 laws, thousands of years of human wisdom, strategy, and hard-won lessons right here in this video. Let me give you the big picture, the core themes that run through everything Robert Greene teaches. 1. Awareness is everything. Most people are sleepwalking through power dynamics, happening all around them. Now, you're awake. 2. Reputation is your most powerful asset. Guard it, build it, use it. 3. Emotion is the enemy of power. The most powerful people stay calm. They don't react, they respond. 4. Adaptability is survival. The rigid break, the flexible bend, and conquer. 5. Knowledge of people is everything. Know what people want, what they fear, what drives them, and you hold the keys to influence. These aren't just historical lessons. They are the operating manual for navigating a complex world. Here is what I want you to walk away with today. Power is not evil. Power is neutral. It's a tool. And like any tool, a hammer can build a house or break a window. It depends on the hands holding it. Robert Greene didn't write this book to create tyrants. He wrote it to pull back the curtain, to show you the hidden architecture of influence that shapes careers, relationships, families, and nations. You now have that knowledge. Use it to protect yourself from those who would manipulate you. Use it to lead with more wisdom and self-awareness. Use it to build the life and the legacy you were meant to build. Because here is the truth that no one tells you. The most dangerous person in any room is the one who understands what's really happening. And now, that person is you. The 48 laws of power aren't about becoming someone ruthless or cold. They're about becoming someone awake, aware, strategic, intentional. They're about writing your own story instead of being a character in someone else's. So go out there, build something great, protect your energy, invest in your reputation, keep your head when everyone else loses theirs, and never, ever stop learning. You've got this. All right, if you made it this far, massive respect. That was a lot of information, and you absorbed every bit of it. Now here's what I need from you, right now. If this video added any value to your life, smash that like button. It takes 2 seconds, and it helps this channel more than you know. Subscribe, because we break down books like this every single week. Life-changing knowledge. Explained simply. You do not want to miss what's coming next. Comment below and tell me, which of the 48 laws hit you the hardest? Which one are you going to apply? Starting today. I read every single comment, and if you have a friend, someone who is struggling, who wants to level up, who needs to understand how the world really works, share this video with them. That might be the greatest gift you give them this year. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Stay powerful, stay aware, and never stop growing.